Here we have the home page you will see when you first log into Storybird. Up at the top we have three tabs: U, Create and Explore. Let's look at the U tab first, and let's go to our dashboard. This is where you can see all of your own work, anything that is unpublished that you've made, and anything you have published. I find that this page is where I put things that I've shown the students as test cases. If I want to go all the way through the process and I end up actually publishing something, this is where it will be stored afterwards. Let's go back to U and let's go to our classes. Now here we have all of my student activity and anything I've set them, such as assignments. At the top here you'll see Home, Students, Assignments. These are the three tabs we're going to look at right now. So assignments are at the top, where you can see any assignments you've already set, how many storybirds were created for that assignment, and then also obviously any upcoming assignments that you've planned will also be seen here. And you can check as they come in how many storybirds the students have actually completed. And you'll see there is a due date there that the students have been given. We'll look at the actual setting of assignments later on. Let's just go down our home page again. This is a very important part here, the class library. Any new books that are created will automatically be published into the class library. This is where all the other students in your class can also view the storybirds. If we just click See All, you can see there, these are all the storybirds that have been created. This is about 18 months worth, so there's 10 pages worth of stories in there. And just to view any of those, you just click on them. The newest, most recent will be put top left. So what we're looking at here is the most recent on top, going down the page back in time. So that's the class library, which is a great way for students to access each other's stories, and as we'll see later, they can comment on those stories. Let's go home again. So here we are, we've got assignments at the top, the class library is in the middle, and here is where you can see all of your students. You'll be able to see their full name, their username, and how many storybirds they've created. If you click on any of those student names, such as, let's try Daniel, and you automatically will be able to go into his stories that he's already published. Quite a lot. Well done, Daniel. Let's go back. Okay, that's the home page. Let's go to students. Let's see how you can add and manage your students. Here's the new students. You simply type the last name in, their first name, and you have to generate a username for them. I've kept it quite simple by just going, for example here, Marlin Hevroy, first name Marlin, and just the first letter of her surname. Usually that suffices. If the username is not available, i.e. someone has it somewhere else in the world, it will just go red, it will tell you, and you can just play around and try and find another username for your student. Often, if you just put the second letter of their surname, or even the third one, such as here, that will be enough to give them their own unique username. Now this is a very important part. Once you've generated a new student, they will be given a new password. That will usually be a nonsensical one, a mixture of letters and numbers, 6 or 7 characters long. Once that's created, your students will be able to go in with that one, and then they reset the password themselves the very first time they go in. So let's try and create a new student. Let's go for the obvious. So for this username, I'm going to try Harry P. Let's try and add him. Okay, you see down here, this username is already taken. Let's try Harry Potter. And that's worked. That's fine. Now you can see here that Harry Potter has been given the username Harry Potter, and here is his initial activation password. As you see, it's just a string of letters at the moment. When he goes in with that initial password, then he can change it. For me, I've been using very simple again, just their first name and number 1. So Malin 1, Benedict 1, Leonore 1. So that's where you can manage all of your students. And again, you can click on their names anytime to see their activity.